British Auto Club of Las Vegas, and we're excited to be here at the Land Rover dealership in Henderson for this wonderful car show. We've had an incredible turnout today, and Jessie from Land Rover has some gifts for our attendees. We have some t-shirts, beautiful t-shirts. So any of the Jag lovers or people that love Jags who would like a t-shirt, yay! I think we've got, how many cars? Did anybody calculate how many cars? 22 cars today. Isn't that fantastic? All different types of British marques. We've got Jags, we've got Land Rovers, we've got TVRs, Austin Healey's, Bug-Eye Sprites, my Austin Healey, we've got Triumphs, we've got Minis, great Bentley, of course, we've got the Bentley, and Triumphs, all sorts of wonderful British cars. Okay, this is Dr. Shelley with the British Auto Club, and we are here with Sid Israel, who is the manager of the Land Rover dealership here, and he is a new member of the British Car Club, but has always loved British cars, haven't you? Tell us about your car, and I think it's also its maiden outing today, I think.
So this is my 1959 Austin Healey Sprite. I picked that up from a barn sale where it sat in Northern California for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So got it down here. Supposedly the engine had been rebuilt, but as soon as we started it up, we realized there were some issues with the vehicle. So
I think, didn't you come to that movie night? He brought it to one of our car club events, the outdoor movie, drive-in movie. And as you were leaving, I think there was quite a bit of smoke, wasn't there?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little smoky.
Yeah.
So we landed up pulling the engine and transmission out, rebuilding the transmission.
And you guys did it yourself, you and your son?
Yep. My son's a mechanic here at the Land Rover store. So we rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the transmission, did the brakes, did the carburetors.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. So mechanically, today was its first long trip from
Yay.
North Las Vegas down here.
And it made it.
Car ran beautifully, nice and cool, great oil pressure. So now we start with the cosmetics and the tweaking.
Right. Well, it's very cool. I'm so happy to see it here.
So, me too.
Yeah. And so Sid is the manager of the Land Rover shop here. We did a car show earlier this year, which was very successful. And it was they put a wonderful breakfast spread on for us and even gave out prizes to the first 10 cars that were here. And so tell us about the Land Rover dealership here.
So this is one of the newest Land Rover stores in town. We opened up just over 3 years ago now. So still going through the growth phase. A great team of people that work here. I handle a lot of assistant manager duties, but I'm more focused on the sales side. Mm-hmm. So that's always been my passion, is the selling. In the past, I've done a lot of managerial work, even up to a GM of a store. Don't want to do that anymore. So enjoy the sales, enjoy interacting with people, and this is a great place to work. It's one of the few places that when we opened the store, we said, how are we going to run the store? And the whole premise behind running the store was to run it in a way we'd want to be treated as customers.
Beautiful.
So
well, you notice that as soon as you walk in the door, everyone's so friendly and helpful.
Everybody's super friendly. It's a very low-key environment. Customers never feel pressured into doing anything. So, kind of our philosophy is when someone's ready to buy it, that's when they'll buy. Mm-hmm. So, oops.
There we go.
Just lost that sign.
Dangerous sign.
The dangerous sign, yeah. So, so just a great place to work, excellent service department. Everybody's here to take care of the customer.
And it used to be a Jaguar as well as the Land Rover dealership, correct?
Correct. We were Jaguar Land Rover. We part of Finley Automotive. And Finley Automotive has 3 stores, 2 here, 1 up in Reno. And the decision with some of the changes Jag are making to their product lineup, we made the decision to scale down to 1 store only on the Jag side.
Right.
We still will service and warranty Jag work.
Oh, you do here? Oh, okay.
For the next 5 years.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good to know. Because we've got a lot of Jag members in our club.
Lot of Jag members,
Yes.
and they're welcome to come in for service.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sid.
Thanks so much. Yeah, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shelley.
Mike has been a very good friend of ours for many years. We met at Cars and Coffee, Celebrity Cars and Coffee on Eastern, and he has an absolutely gorgeous Jag, which has a beautiful story behind it as well. So tell everybody what your car is and how you acquired it.
Okay, it's a 2005 XKR. and it was originally owned by I don't know whom, but I first came across the car with a Cars and Coffee buddy, Hank Spangler, was his car, and then he sold it and my brother bought it, and then after that my brother passed and I inherited it, so that's how I wound up with the car.
Cool. And anything special about it?
Well, it's a supercharged 4.2 liter V8. It's a GT. It's not a sports car.
It goes well.
Yes, it does. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it performs pretty decently.
And this month at the British Car Club, we are featuring Jaguars. And so Mike's going to bring it to our next monthly meeting, which is at the end of this month on Sunday at the Wild Horse Golf Club. And
so that'll be fun. Yep.
There you
And
go.
we've got quite a nice
few
lineup of
Jags.
Jags today.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Very nice.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay, thank you, Shelley.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Cool.
Okay, this is Dr. Shelley, and I am with the president of the Jaguar Club here at the Land Rover Car Show, and I'm very honoured to meet you, Lance.
You too, ma'am.
Yes,
Nice to
very
meet you.
cool. And you're the president of the Jaguar Club, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Founder, even. Look at
Actually,
that.
yes. We just started this club for people who were just wanting to have the same kind of thing. We didn't know about the British Car Club at the time. So it was more for sourcing parts and stuff like
Yep.
that, and we just kind of blew up out of nowhere.
Oh, how many members do you have?
We have over 117.
Wow, that's fantastic. And tell us about your gorgeous car, what year it is,
this
how long
is-
you've had it.
I've had this vehicle for about 5 years now. This was my dream car since I was 12 years old.
Yeah, it's
This is
beautiful.
the 2002 XJR 100.
Ooh,
One of 500 in existence. I don't know how many are left over.
wow, fantastic. And do you drive it much?
No.
You don't, just for
I do.
special occasions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Very cool. How long have you owned it?
5 years?
5 years?
Actually, it's highly modified already. I've redone everything. We've redone the superchargers. We've done the pulleys. It has a tune. Everything you see is original for the most part, but she's a little bit more powerful since it's had engine and transmission problems to begin with.
Uh-huh.
So we had the engine rebuilt, rebored out bigger. It's a 4.7 now instead of the original 4.0.
Wow. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for coming out today with your gorgeous car. Every time you drive it, everybody's like, oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful car.
Yeah, British Racing Green.
And tell us about this car and why you fell in love with it.
Well, first of all, if you'll recall, I did have an MGB.
Yes.
And sadly, the MGB stopped working. It just would not start. So, of course, being in Nevada, you have to have a convertible car.
Of course.
And so I looked at all the British available convertibles, and anything under $300,000 began with Jaguar.
Oh,
I could always get a Bentley GT.
right. Well,
But I wasn't
we have
gonna
a
do
Bentley
that.
owner in the club too, don't we?
That's right, we do, yes.
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 A couple of Bentleys.
Yep.
But
So
this is-
anyway, this was a car that I was looking at for a while, and I always order my cars directly with my specifications.
Ah, good.
And so that's what this
So
is.
what specs did you put in there that you really wanted?
Well, I wanted the colour.
The colour?
with the tan
And
roof.
The tan roof,
Yeah, and I wanted the supercharged V8 5-litre engine.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's what's in there right now.
Fantastic. And I think it's maiden voyage. We did a British Car Club event up to Mount Charleston, and
Yes,
you
we
took
did.
it up there.
Yes, that's
Got
right.
some beautiful photos.
It
of
was really beautiful
And
up
I think
there,
your car is featured on our Facebook page advertising the monthly meeting.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know
you
that.
did.
Oh, I'll have to look at it.
Yes. And he's got another funny accent just like me. Where are you from, Simon?
I would be from New Zealand.
And this is your car, right?
It is.
Tell us about it.
And it's also from New Zealand.
No way.
Yep, and you can tell by where the steering wheel is.
That's so true.
Yeah. So it's a 1972 TR6. It has, because it was English New Zealand based, it has Lucas mechanical fuel injection on it, which makes it somewhat rare, especially over here. We have owned it since March of 1987.
Wow.
And when we moved here, we were looking to sell it. Couldn't get a price that we thought was reasonable. And the movers who were moving all our furniture said $500 and it'll fit in the container with our furniture.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
that was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a great car.
And you've been a member of the British Auto Club of Las Vegas for how long now?
At least 20 years because we have the badge to show
Yeah,
it.
there we go. 20 years members of the British Auto Club of Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yay!
I don't know what that tells you, but
Tells us that you love British cars.
Well-
And you love driving this car. You drive it quite a bit, don't you?
yeah, I do like driving it. Yeah.
Do you drive it just around town? And
No, not really.
Not really.
I used to, but not anymore. I mean, with the Haggerty insurance, you can only really drive it for recreational.
Is it 1,000 miles a year? Or?
They actually give you, well, the classic plates give you 5,000.
5,000.
So that's
Oh, not
that's pretty
cheap.
good. I mean, we don't do, if we do 1,500 miles a year, it's it's a lot kind of thing.
And Simon and his wife Jane last year won the most. They participated in the most events, so they're one of our favourite people to have in the club, and we really appreciate you guys. They host lots of different events too, drives.
Yep.
The Hualapai one, we have to do that again too.
Yeah, we do.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we need to get some drives organised for them.
Yes, because we've got lots of
last
car
part of it.
shows, but
Yeah.
now that it's cooling down, we've got some drives coming up too.
Yep, for sure.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
We brought our Jaguar, our 1989 Jaguar out as a little token here.
Great.
So just bring it out of mothballs, and
So what year is it?
it's a 1989.
89.
Yeah,
and
89.
and what type is it again?
It's an XJS.
XJS.
They call them actually XJS GTs, Grand Touring.
Ooh.
So
And how long have you owned it?
I've owned this over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, absolutely. And this was shown before we moved out here. We showed it nationally.
Yeah.
So this car was shown North America Jaguar Concours. It was the Concours champion from 2010 to 2014, scoring over 100 points for every Concours event it was in.
Wow.
So it was the number one car in North America for 4 years in a row.
And I'm glad you're not selling it. You were thinking of selling it.
I was
weren't you?
thinking about selling it, and Shelly talked me out of it.
Yeah.
So,
I said, "Don't sell it.
No, I
Come
said,
and-
okay, Shelly, I'll
come
pull
and
it out.
join
I'll
us."
pull it out of mothballs.
Are you going to bring it to the monthly meeting at the end of the month? Because it's featuring Jags.
Well,
Oh,
I
you're gonna
know
be out
we'll
of-
be
yeah.
we'll be in South Carolina. So,
Right.
but I'd love to. We'll be doing some more. I've got to do some work on it.
What do you need to do on it?
I'm going to change out the new, put a new compressor in there, convert it over from
All right.
R12 to R134.
Ooh.
So I bought a new compressor for it, and a couple little tidbits. Nothing that won't change anything on it. But the car is all original. It's never been painted. It's got 56,000 miles on it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Very
so she's
cool.
fine. It's a really good example of an XJS.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much for coming out
Thanks,
today.
Shelley.
All right.
Good.
And Mike's pretty much a new member also of a club.
Yeah, just signed up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got lots of new members, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And tell us about your gorgeous little car.
This is a 1997 Mini, classic Mini. It's a Japanese domestic market. They made these till 2000. This has 89,000 kilometers on it right now. It's the 1275. It's got the single point injection, 12-inch wheels,
Right-hand drive.
right-hand drive, air conditioning, automatic.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
Very good in Vegas.
Automatic because I'm lazy. And then since I got it, I've updated the cooling system. I put some fancy lights on the front.
Very nice.
Union jack on the top. So a few modifications. Had it since April.
April. And we featured minis at our car club last month, and Mike showed up, and he was had his hood up and everything, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yep. Great
Yeah,
little car.
It's a fun little car. It's like a go-kart.
Yeah, I love minis.
Yeah.
They're really cool. And I didn't have a mini at the car club meeting, but I wore my mini.
There we go.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
And David's a long-term member of the British Car Club too. How long have you been involved, Dave?
Oh, 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
And tell us about your gorgeous little mini. It's a bit different to the old one down there.
Yeah, this is
is a brand new.
Oh, no, it's
No?
09.
09.
09, so it's
Ah.
it's pretty old. Yeah, I finally get out of the Triumph TR series and went through the Jaguar. I had a Jaguar, but and I ended up with this thing.
Yeah,
I always
it's cute.
kind of when I lived in England, I kind of always wanted one, but yeah. So this the first car I've had though that has air conditioning. It's the first hobby car I've had that had
Yeah.
air conditioning. And, so
Cool.
yeah.
And when did you get it?
Oh, I've had this now for 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And Dave and his wife Clara,
Yeah.
you're very active in our club as well. We
she's
really
not here
appreciate
today,
it.
but
She's not here today.
yeah. I learned something on these cars that the pedals are so close together, and I used to wear a wide shoe.
Yes.
So I bought new shoes so I could
Great.
have a narrow shoe so I can actually push the clutch in without hitting the brake at the same time.
Same with my Austin Healey. The pedals are so close together. When we took the car to Scandinavia,
Yeah.
I had to get special driving shoes because I couldn't do both at the same time. You know, the clutch and then the brake and the Cool.
Which is important when you're trying to go up a hill and very slow.
why Mini? Why did you want a Mini?
No particular reason. Like I saw a lot of them when I lived in England, and so I thought, why not a Mini?
Yeah. Cool. And Bob's another new member of the British Car Club. You haven't really been a member very long, have you?
No, I've gone to one meeting so far.
Good job. And tell us about your beautiful car.
Well, I bought the MG in October of last year, and since then I've just been trying to get it not restored, but put in the operating condition that I want, so I can do the things with it that I want to do. Like I'm getting new wheels today, and solid instead of the wire wheels, because I want to race this thing. And I don't like the idea of racing with these wire wheels on. So everything else I've done is just for my satisfaction and improvement of the car.
So where are you planning on racing it?
Well, hopefully at Pahrump this first time.
Nice.
And then if I join the Sports Car Club of Las Vegas, I'll race at the Speedway.
So you're going to put roll bars on it and everything?
No.
No?
No, don't have to do it if you're racing in class.
Ah, interesting. That's cool. Because I race as well. I started off with a 1960 Bug-Eye Sprite, and now I've got a Fiat 124 Spider. And we have an event coming up out at Spring Mountain at near Pahrump, October 19th, where the British Car Club is going to be able to drive the track at lunchtime. The track's going to be cold, so we'll be able to bring your car
I'll go
out.
in caravan.
You're going to come?
Caravan,
Yeah,
yes.
good. That'll be fun. I'm really excited to have Mark here today with his Lotus, because I love Lotuses, and I've often talked to him about all the British Car Club events, and I think this is probably one of the official first car club events you've come to, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, but you've had the Lotus for how long now?
About 5 years.
And what is it? What type of Lotus?
It's a Lotus Elise 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
And how many miles do you have on it?
Oh, it's got about 41,000 right now.
All right. Do
Yeah.
you use it quite a lot?
Well, try not to pile the miles on it, but we end up doing about 4,000 miles a year, I guess,
Oh,
somewhere
that's
around
pretty
in
good.
there.
Yeah, you got to keep it under the 5.
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
not.
I don't have to. It
Yeah.
actually passes smog, so that's good. It's, yeah.
And what made you fall in love with the Lotus?
Well, I was originally looking for a 911 or something to, be my old guy retired vehicle car, And Lotus was really off the radar, and then I stumbled across them online, and I said, geez, this is perfect for me. It's a British car. I love British cars. It looks like a Ferrari.
It does, yeah.
People think it costs a lot more than it actually does. And it's lightweight, and it has a lot of performance for its displacement. It's a 4-cylinder Toyota 1.8 liter.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's very reliable. Like I said, I've had it 5 years, and all I've done is change the oil so far.
Oh, well, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is
good.
it hard to get in and out of?
Yes. Extremely.
I
But
was looking at those seats.
you learn a process,
Is
but
there a
just
special way of doing it, or-
exactly.
yeah.
But still, make sure you have everything you need in the car with you when you get in the first time, so you don't have to get back out.
Well, you're still young and fit, so that's fine.
yeah.
And you ride motorbikes, right?
Yeah, that's
And do you
true.
have a British motorbike too?
I do not. I used to have a Triumph Bonneville, but
Right.
right now I just have a couple of Yamaha, vintage Yamaha,
Vintage.
two-stroke,
Yeah.
and the BMW Dual Sport.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
And
Thanks
we
for
look
having
forward
me.
to seeing you at the British Car Club meetings.
I'm a reluctant prospect. We'll see.
Reluctant prospect. We'll see. We'll get him on board.
All right, thanks.
And Randy, what type of car do you have? British car,
So
and when did
today-
you get it?
I brought down a 1972 MG Midget, and I ended up getting it from Mark, who has the Elise down here.
Ah.
And I got it about a year ago, so I've had it really about 1 year. And then I joined you guys about a year ago.
And Randy's a very active member of our British Car Club. Thank you, Randy.
Yes, very fun. I love doing all the British events. This is a great turnout today.
It is.
They
How
just
many
made-
cars we got?
What are we at? I'd
We're
say
a
about
lot.
20,
At
25.
least 20,
This
25
could be our
cars.
biggest turnout.
I think it is. It's one of the best car shows we've ever had. So it's,
Yeah.
I think it might be the free breakfast and the free gift certificates and the beautiful day, the beautiful weather we got here.
Yeah, great time of year.
So what's special about the MG?
So this is the Midget. This is a 72. First year that they did the round wheel arches versus the square wheel arches on it. Has a 1275 motor in it. So not the fastest car in the world, but it'll get up. I on the interstate today. It kind of gets up to about 70-ish. No problem.
Not bad.
It's not too bad. Yeah, fun little car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Randy's mostly been in, we met Randy at Celebrity Cars and Coffee, and he's used to be very active, well, we still are, with the Antique Motorcycle Club of Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and,
so I'm kind of a bike guy, and I
He's
have a
more
lot
of a bike guy.
old motorcycles generally, yeah.
Yeah, but then we've done a combined antique British, what's the official name?
We had the British Invasion show with old motorcycles and cars.
And we've done that 3 years now, haven't we?
Yeah, 3 years we've
which is
done it.
really fun. It's nice to, and that's what I like about this event too. It's British cars, but we've combined it with the Jaguar Club and the Mini Club, so it's really cool.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah. Just call me Al.
That's right.
Okay, now Al has a very special car. It's a TVR. Can you tell us a bit about it, the year and when you got it and all about it?
Okay, I got it just over a year ago, in July of last year, and it's a 1979 model. It's TVR, if you're not familiar with it, very small British company from Blackpool, which has been called the Vegas of England. It's a little seaside town. And they made a limited production of cars starting in the late 50s up to 2008, but they stopped importing to the States in the mid-80s, I think around 86 or so. Although we have another potential member, I don't know, did Andy join? Do you know?
Don't know.
Who's running around town in a much newer TVR that he
the
imported
blue one,
himself.
the blue one that was at the Gillies car show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are bringing in TVRs that were never imported. Anyway, that's enough about TVRs in general. This is 79 3000S. This was the first convertible they put into production after about 20 years of building two-seater coupes. And that's what I love about it, because as far as I'm concerned, the only time you put the top up is if you're in a storm with a name like Katrina or Sandy. And it's got a Ford 3-liter V6. It's called the Essex. I'm sorry, I've forgotten how to speak. The Essex V6, which was made primarily for a model of the Capri that we never got in the States. But it's a good cast iron, heavy as hell, but solid running engine.
Thanks, Al.
Oh,
and
thank
Al's
you.
a very active member of our club too. Thank you for showing up to all these car shows.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate
I enjoy
it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Okay, Mark, nice to meet you.
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Shelley, the president of the British Car Club.
Pleasure to meet you.
And you're involved with the Jaguar Club?
I was involved with the Jaguar Club many years ago. I was a founding member back in Chicago.
Really?
I had a 70E type.
Nice.
And then we moved to California. I got involved in that club. And then we moved here. And I haven't gotten involved with any of the clubs.
Well, hopefully you'll get involved with the British Car Club, because we're an awesome group of people and we do some great events.
Good.
And we'd love to have your beautiful car as part of our club, and you.
I have 3 Jags.
You have 3 Jags. Tell us. And what's
I have
this one?
This is a 12. This is an XKR Supercharge.
Ooh, wow.
I have a 99 XJR Supercharge.
Wow.
And an XJS 96 Celebration Edition.
Oh my gosh.
They're all in the garage.
Oh, in the garage. This one's the only one you drive?
No, this one was last in line, so it went out first.
Well, we're celebrating Jaguars with our British Car Club this month.
Okay, good.
And we have our monthly meeting at the end of the month
Okay.
on Sunday morning at the Wild Horse Golf Club.
Okay, will you all have an entourage at AutoFest?
Where's Autofest?
What do you mean, where's AutoFest? You're the president. You're supposed to know this.
Autofest? Tell me about it, Mark.
AutoFest.
What
Come
is
on.
it?
It's like 400 cars at Red Rock Country Club
When?
next weekend.
Next weekend.
I know the Porsche Club's going to be there because they invited my 928, and I don't know if the Jaguar Club's going to be there. But
Well, the
Corvette's
British
gonna-
Car Club better
Well,
be
you
there
need,
then.
need to get your
Oh, you're going to
together.
register. I'm racing next weekend. I race a vintage car, and we're going to be down
really?
at Button Willow next weekend.
Okay.
But I'm sure some of these other members would love to turn up. So okay.
Yeah, we used to support Road America back in the day, the Chicago historic races, and
Oh,
we used to
nice.
race A-types and what have
Nice.
you. I had E-type and a TR6.
Cool. And do you want to tell us anything more about this particular car? How long you've had it?
I've had this car about 10 years. I left the country and I sold it to a collector. And the first thing I did when I got back, I said, "Do you still have the car?" He goes, "Yeah, you want it back?" And so I bought it back. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a beast. I mean,
It's a beast?
it's 510 horsepower.
Wow.
It's quick.
Wow.
So I like it. I just sent it out and had it color corrected or paint corrected
yeah, it
and
looks
ceramic.
beautiful.
So
Stunning.
that's a little dirty, but
And how long have you had it?
about 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Right. So you had it before, then you sold it, and then now
And,
you
I bought the '99 XJR back too.
Oh, nice.
Which is probably the twin to this car.
Oh, I love those old school
Yeah,
ones. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of members who are, a lot of Jag members actually as well,
Yep.
which is really cool. And just all lovers of British cars, we invite them all.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
pleasure meeting you
Nice to
and
meet
talking
you
to
too.
you.
Fantastic. Now, Bruce has one of the most amazingly beautiful cars that I have ever seen. I love this car and always does incredibly well at the car shows. And it's a Morgan, but I can't remember what year it is.
1998 plus 8. All plus 8s came with Rover V8s in them for the 36 years they made them. First one came out in 68. Last one was built in 2004. And they quit making them in 2004 because Rover quit making the motor for them. So that was the last plus 8. Was 2004.
Well, there we go. And how long have you owned it, Bruce?
I've owned it about 7 years now. Let me reverse that. It's owned me.
It's owned you.
Yeah.
And you are a car show aficionado and won quite a lot of prizes with this,
Oh,
haven't you?
yes. Not particularly this car. This car's probably won about 30 or 40 awards. 2 years ago, I won second in class at the Win Concours d'Elegance. So that was a very proud moment for me. Just getting accepted to a concours is a big deal, let alone getting an award.
Exactly.
So overall, I've been doing show cars since '03, and I've got about 270 awards, most of them best of show and first in class. So I'm sort of a car show nut.
Okay. Nice to see you here, Bruce. We haven't seen you for a while because you spent some time out of town, do you?
Yes, we spend half the year here and half the year in Reno.
Right.
And this year we decided to stay here. Big mistake.
Yep.
Big mistake. They had the hottest summer on record.
Summer ever.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have the weather cool down a bit so you can
Oh my God, this is a beautiful morning.
so you can
beautiful
take your
morning.
car out and enjoy
There you
it.
go.
Are you going to be at the worst car show as well?
I am.
You are.
Yeah,
That's at
you'll
the end
see
of
me
this
at
month.
all of them from now on.
All of the car shows, all of the drives?
All the drives.
Great.
Probably
the
most of them,
drives.
yeah. most of
Okay,
the drives.
fantastic. Nice
Yeah.
to see you again, Bruce.
Thank you.
All
Good.
right. Well, thanks for turning up today. And you're a member of the Jag Club here in Las Vegas?
Yes, I am.
Cool. And I hear you're a lover of British cars.
I am. I got a few of them.
What have you got?
I've got 2 Land Rovers. I've got this. I have an F-Pace, which I bought here, even though that car is actually in New Jersey. So I've got 2 Range Rovers. I've got that. I've got an E-Type.
Wow.
And I've got a Vauxhall PA Velox.
Wow.
Which probably 3 people here even know what that car
I
is.
do because I'm from New Zealand.
You're from New Zealand, and most of them there are PBs actually, but there are a bunch of PAs down there.
So tell us about this particular car.
This is my daily driver, and this replaced my beloved 2012. It's a 2016. It's an R Sport. It's a V6 supercharged. I bought it with 37,000 miles on about 2 months ago. My 2012 Portfolio, which was dark blue with the London tan and blue interior, my baby that I had for better than 9 years and better than 100,000 miles, got totaled by a Mustang.
Oh no.
So I went online, and this thing was very low mileage, and it was at a local dealer, and I'm actually in the car business. I couldn't find anything at the auctions. There was nothing nice. And it was a pristine one owner.
It is.
Perfect service records, no paint work, low mileage. I just went in and bought it.
Fantastic.
I didn't want to argue. I'm like, just done. I needed a
Awesome.
car. I had an Altima as a rental car, and that lasted 2 days.
Yeah, that's horrible. I had a similar situation when I was up racing in Seattle this summer. They didn't have racing gas at the track, and I wanted to do the women's high performance driving school, so I had to rent one of their Miatas. It
Like a
was a
spec Miata?
piece of shit. Oh my goodness, I tell you.
What do you usually race?
My first race car was a Bug-Eye Sprite,
Nice.
and this is a Fiat 124 Spider.
Nice, very
So,
nice.
yeah.
So, yeah, Miatas.
But it's like when you get used to a really high performing car and then you have to go into something that's not, it's just like makes you appreciate your own car even more.
Enterprise gives me an Altima that stinks like weed. I'm like, get me out of this thing.
Anyway, you can edit that bit out. Thank you for showing up, and we hope to see you at the British Car Club meetings.
We will.
Yeah, I gave you a brochure, right?
Yes, you did.
Cool. Thank you. So Joe is the treasurer of our British Car Club, and he has a beautiful, beautiful Jag here. And it's pretty new, isn't it, Joe?
It is.
Well,
Well.
new for you.
New for me. 2004.
2004. And what type of Jag is it?
XJR.
XJR.
XJR V8.
And where did you get it from?
Here in Las Vegas at Gateway.
At Gateway.
Yeah,
Very
at Gateway
cool.
Classic. They really took care of it, as you can tell. I mean, there's not hardly a blemish on here. The inside is beautiful. It rides well. It has that air suspension system, so it feels like you're just gliding on air. It's my favorite car as far as the drivability.
Is that right? Because
Yeah.
you also own some other British cars, don't
I
you?
do, but this one drives just
Really?
beautiful. It just feels like heaven.
And you've also got a Morgan
I do. My 1998 Morgan Plus 8.
Plus 8.
Much like his, but
Blue.
navy blue.
Blue. Beautiful.
My favorite
car.
color.
Yeah. And do you have any other British cars?
A Triumph TR4
Triumph TR4.
and a 2002 Jaguar XKR.
So
in
he's
silver.
a car lover as well.
So I got a matching set.
And I hear you're looking. We might be able to get you on as president of the club after I finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm putting you
okay.
on the spot now. When are you
That's news to me.
retiring?
Next year?
Next year. There you go. End of next year. Or?
March.
March. Okay. Well, there you go.
That's hilarious.
I like that. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah,
oh
thank
no,
you.
no, you got to tell me about the cougar. What's the story of the cougar?
So it's actually a leopard. I call him
Oh,
Cousin
leopard.
Leo. I figured a
Leo
leopard
the
driving
leopard.
a Jaguar.
Ah, okay, gotcha. It's not a Jaguar, but it's
Exactly.
It's close. Close.
He's a Jaguar with spots.
Get a Jaguar with spots. All right, I think we're good. You got an English top on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is an English car.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what type of car is it?
It's an 07 Jag XKR.
XKR.
So it's got the 4.2 liter engine.
Supercharged.
Yeah,
Very
supercharged,
stylish.
420 horse.
Wow, nice.
Really
How long
drives
have you owned it?
smooth. What, 2.5 years now?
Oh, fantastic.
My when my wife was growing up in Ohio, her mom and dad had an Austin Healey.
Oh yes, that's
And
what I have.
just exactly like the one
Oh
down
really?
here.
Like mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. And they had it for a while. They sold it to a young man, and then he totaled it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
but
sad.
she's always enjoyed, the car like that.
Mhm.
So we moved back here from Germany 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
And so I started looking. So for Christmas a couple years ago, we said, we're trying to watch the money. Let's just get like little things. So I got a book and socks.
Oh really? I was going to say
And-
this is hardly a little thing.
And yeah, I got her a book or something, and I said, well, I got you something else. A Jag.
Oh wow.
She wasn't expecting that, but
I bet she appreciated that very much. Is she here today too?
yeah,
Oh,
she's
great.
inside right
so this
now.
is officially her car then.
Well, her license plate is LP Jag.
LP.
LP for Laura Pengilly. My wife's initials.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that was a beautiful gift.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sure you got treated well for that.
Absolutely.
Well, we would love to have you join the British Car Club as well. We have a very active club.
Mhm.
We do a lot of car shows and drives, and we have a whole mix of Jags, beautiful British cars. So we hope to see you at some more events.
Well,
and
that would be fun.
Lovely
Yeah.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet
very
you too,
cool.
Doc.
Awesome. My beauty, I call her Big Red, and she is a 1963 Austin Healey, and she's a Mark II, and she's beautiful. I just put the Tremec 5-speed gearbox in there last year before we took her to Scandinavia, and drove for 3 weeks with the Austin Healey group all around Norway, Denmark and Sweden. And she's incredible. She's very rare because she's got the white interior with the red trim, and I've never seen another Austin Healey like that. I ended up buying it here in Las Vegas in 2019 from another club member of the British Auto Club, Jim Shope. And my mother had passed in 2018, and she left me a little bit of money. I thought, well, what better way to honor her and keep her memory alive by driving this most gorgeous classic car, because she was a gorgeous classic herself. So that was what I put my money into, and every time I drive it, I love it, and everybody puts the window down just even on the way here and says, wow, what a beautiful car, what year is it? So it's very exciting. I love this car. It's not so great in the hot weather, but today's a beautiful day and it's perfect weather for this Austin Healey. So we'd love to have anybody who loves British cars join us at our club. Our website is BACLV, British Auto Club Las Vegas.net, and we have monthly meetings at the end of the last Sunday of the month at the Wild Horse Golf Club. We have breakfast at 9:30. and then we have our meeting from 10 till 11. This month we're featuring Jags, so if you have a Jag, please come along. And people meet up before the meeting and after the meeting, talk about their love of cars, especially British cars. Thank you very much.